What if the next era of air dominance isn't coming from the US, but rising quietly from deep inside China? While the world fixates on America's sixth-generation NGAD project, another jet, one that's barely been acknowledged officially, is making quiet waves in classified briefings and military leaks. It's called the J-50. And it might not just be China's answer to the future of air combat, it could be the warning shot that no one saw coming. China's first stealth fighter, the J-20, marked a turning point. It was fast, hard to detect, and a bold leap forward. But it wasn't perfect. It lacked the nimble agility and close combat dominance needed for the rapidly evolving front lines of air warfare. And Beijing knew it. Behind closed doors, defense planners began sketching something new, a faster, smarter, more surgical fighter. Not just an upgrade in a different class altogether. That's when whispers of a new name began surfacing, the J-50. At first it was just chatter among military analysts. Then came hints from defense expos, blurry renderings and unusually timed patents. Suddenly the J-50 wasn't just a rumor, it was looking like China's next big move. But the J-50 wasn't created just to fly. It was built to compete, with the most ambitious aircraft the US has ever designed. The timing wasn't accidental. As the US rolled out its next-generation air dominance program, an aircraft designed to rewrite the rules of air combat, China saw the challenge and responded. The J-50 wasn't conceived as a follow-up to the J-20. It was something bolder, a calculated pivot in strategy. Instead of playing catch-up, China aimed to redefine the standards themselves. This meant ditching traditional development timelines and embracing a new model: AI-assisted design, digital twin simulations, and big data-informed combat modeling. The J-50 wasn't built just to fly fast or evade radar. It was designed to predict, adapt, and dominate before the enemy even knew it was there. By the mid-2020s, insiders suggested the project was well underway. Not just a stealth jet, but the centerpiece of a new kind of warfare, where information, speed, and coordination would be deadlier than raw firepower alone. And that vision? It shows up in every single detail of the J-50's design. At first glance, the J-50 doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't need to. Its design is all about disappearing, both to the eye and to radar. A more compact, smoother profile replaces the angular aggression of the J-20. Its diamond delta wings blend seamlessly into the fuselage, reducing drag and eliminating radar hotspots. Even the air intakes are flush with the body, minimizing reflections. And at the rear, flat exhaust nozzles absorb heat and scatter infrared signatures, making the jet almost ghost-like to thermal tracking systems. But stealth isn't just skin deep. Rumors suggest the J-50 is testing something far more advanced, an Shiu experimental plasma cloaking system. By ionizing the air around the jet's body, this tech could reduce radar visibility even further. It sounds like science fiction, and in some ways, it is. But multiple reports claim it's already been flown in limited test scenarios. And then there's the new radar-absorbent coating, designed not just for stealth, but for endurance inside contested airspace, where survival often comes down to seconds. But while the outside is engineered to vanish, the inside is where the real transformation begins. The J-50 doesn't just evade detection, it outthinks it. Equipped with a dual-frequency AESA radar, the aircraft can operate in both active and passive modes, detecting targets without giving away its own position. Combined with infrared search and track and a full 360-degree optical sensor suite, it creates a bubble of awareness around the jet, where nothing escapes its notice. But what really sets it apart is its brain. At the core of the J-50 is an advanced AI system trained not just to process sensor data, but to predict enemy behavior. It fuses information from onboard systems, nearby drones, and even satellites, creating a real-time map of threats, flight paths, and vulnerabilities. In a high-speed, high-stakes dogfight, that predictive edge can mean the difference between a kill and a crash. And unlike older jets, which rely heavily on pilot reflexes, the J-50's systems act more like a co-pilot, analyzing, reacting, and sometimes even taking initiative faster than human decision-making allows. But when it's time to stop tracking and start striking, the J-50 doesn't hold back. The J-50 isn't just a stealth platform, it's a lethal weapons delivery system, built for dominance across multiple mission types. Its internal weapons bay holds up to 6 long-range air-to-air missiles, keeping its stealth profile intact while packing serious firepower. Among them, hypersonic variants of the PL-15 and PL-21, missiles capable of closing the gap before most targets even know they're being tracked. But the J-50 isn't locked into one loadout. A modular armament system allows for quick swaps. One day it's carrying air-to-air payloads, the next it's loaded with anti-radar missiles or precision-guided bombs, tailored for deep strikes or suppression of enemy defenses. Every component is built for versatility. Whether it's shooting down enemy fighters at standoff range or dismantling ground-based radar networks, the J-50 adjusts faster than any of its predecessors. And all of this, stealth, speed, firepower, is coordinated in real time by the jet's onboard AI and sensor fusion system, giving the pilot total situational awareness without the information overload. But firepower is just one half of the equation. What makes the J-50 truly dangerous is how it moves. The J-50 doesn't just fly fast, it flies smart. Powered by China's next-gen WS-19 engine, the jet achieves supercruise speeds of up to Mach 1.8 without using afterburners. That's more than just a speed boost, it's a tactical advantage. No flaring exhaust means lower infrared signature and longer endurance at combat speeds. But speed alone doesn't win fights. Maneuverability does. The J-50 uses a multi-axial thrust vectoring system, allowing for insane aerial moves like cobra turns and high-alpha loops, maneuvers that can disorient radar locks or turn defense into instant offense. And it can pull them off even at low speeds, with pinpoint control. The aircraft's flight systems work in tandem with its AI, adjusting pitch, angle, and thrust in milliseconds, making the J-50 feel more like an extension of the pilot's instincts than a machine. In a future where 6th-generation jets won't just be fast but unpredictable, this kind of synergy between pilot and platform is no longer a luxury. It's a requirement. But perhaps what makes the J-50 most futuristic is that it doesn't always fly alone. The J-50 isn't about nostalgia. It's not trying to echo the past. It's China's way of saying, we're no longer following, we're leading. With stealth speed, AI, and swarming drone tactics, the J-50 is a direct answer to the West's next-generation air dominance programs. But more importantly, it's a signal, a warning even, that the race for control of the skies is accelerating fast. Right now, the question isn't whether the J-50 can match NGAD or outfly the F-35. The real question is, how fast can China build them? Because in the fight for air superiority, it's not just the jet that needs to be fast, it's the timeline.